It is the 16th of the 10th, 2013. This is your radioactive reality. Let's get started on E&E News. 3 recent studies report Fukushima Unit number 4 was on fire multiple times. Quote, occurred in the spent fuel cooling pool. Now this is something we've been telling you over and over and over again. So now, even with the NRC documents that we've seen with emails and whatnot, we have confirmed studies that number 4 did burn several times. Emergency measures used at Fukushima site during typhoon. Contaminated water dumped into the ocean. We all knew it was going to happen. 9 barriers were on the verge of overflowing, then released into the environment with no radiation test. CNN workers were on vigil. Of course they were. Government concerned that unexpected source of contamination is exiting Fukushima. Official radiation levels in the ocean are rising. Record amount of radioactive substances found in the groundwater at the plant. The corium has left the building. We've been telling you this over and over and over again. Forecast shows Fukushima to get eye of wall of typhoon. The Weather Channel, things may be getting worse at the plant. Storm surge to combined with inland flooding at the site. And again, they've already reported they've dumped all kinds of crazy water without testing it. Arnie the Shill Gunderson, concerned at even larger calamity is coming at Fukushima. Workers passing out within minutes of arriving at plant. Alcohol abuse a problem. Men working with the sheikhs. Insiders say they're suffering from health problems. And of course the high stress environment. And of course these people are working for almost nothing. Troubling mystery. Complete collapse of sardine population on the west coast of Canada around Vancouver. The complete collapse of the sardine population. Official, it's unexpected. Expert, humpback whales rarely seen. They're telling us something has changed. Nobody knows what's going on. And these fools are trying to blame the sardine fishing industry for the disappearance of the sardines on the northwest of the United States, on top of the starfish and everything else that's going on up there. Makes you go, huh? Once in a decade typhoon in the path for Fukushima, of course. It's madness. Doctors in Japan helping perpetuate Fukushima cover-up. Patients not being told their illnesses are from exposure to radioactive contamination. They blame everything but the nuclear industry. Scientific reports showing radiation health damage to humans are forbidden to be published. Criminal. Chaos at Fukushima. Is it too late for the world to help? Question mark. Plant workers wearing radioactive underwear. Health concerned blamed for recent failures. And again, the starfish epidemic is moving fast, turning into goo in the Washington, not just Canada. Virus, bacteria, or something else entirely? Question mark. You know, with all that crap that came off the tsunami, who knows what's bubbling off the coast right now. It will spread to other sea life in other parts of the west coast? Question mark. You know it will. State of emergency should now be declared throughout the world community over Fukushima. Nuclear expert. Molten corium-related leaks into ocean have never stopped. Hear it again. They can't cover up the truth coming out of Fukushima. Fukushima radiation worse than feared. Government and TEPCO ignore effects of radioactive iodine. And it's not just cancer, folks. I mean, it's a huge slew of diseases that are caused by radiation exposure. And it's not just this handful of isotopes you keep hearing about in the news. There's over 6,000 nuclear isotopes that happen during fission or fusion. The insanity continues. Cesium spiking in ocean off Fukushima plant. Record amount for location at 10,000 becquerels per m3. Former IEA expert, quote, fish have a real ability to accumulate cesium. Don't worry, folks, there's no immediate danger. And they're testing it, aren't they? Aren't they testing it? And it goes on and on and on, of course. Over to the Daily News, Fukushima Diary. Shortage of Fukushima workers caused the leakage. Just blame everybody but them, right? TEPCO postponed a press conference of the Contaminated Water Task Force due to the typhoon, and we all know what they did. They released a bunch of water into the Pacific without testing it. TEPCO doesn't analyze marine bottom seawater for practicability and continuity. They're not taking bottom samples of the soil on the bottom or the surface of the ocean floor. Following up this article, TEPCO doesn't measure radiation accumulated on the bottom of the sea. As the reason why TEPCO doesn't analyze the radioactive material on the marine bottom seawater, they announced it was for practicability and continuity. The fisheries and Fukushima Prefecture government don't analyze the radioactive material from the marine bottom. They're just taking surface samples because they know this stuff is heavy and it sinks to the floor, that the concentrations are way higher on the ocean bottom off the coast of Fukushima than they are on the surface. And again, with these typhoons rolling through, what do typhoons do? They churn up the seafloor. They churn up the seafloor, changing the coasts of the Earth for millennium. Over to EXSKF, large strong typhoon number 26 approaching Kanto. Fukushima MPP prepares by releasing low contamination water to make room in tanks. So this is saying they were dumping all their low contaminated water before the storm even hit. And again, they had to release all that water untested anyway. Finally tonight, over in Formidable, let me get over here quick. Japan government unable to persuade citizens of necessity of nuclear energy, says former prime minister. And even their doctored numbers are saying less than half are saying it's okay to turn back on the nuclear power, blah, blah, blah. Nuclear industry is dead, okay? It's dead. And as much as they try to sell it, you can't stop what's happening in Fukushima. And finally tonight I'm going to leave you with this. 40% of nuclear equipment exported from Japan failed to undergo safety inspections. Big surprise. Oh, the whole super safe nuclear industry that is Japan hasn't been testing or safety testing all their equipment they've been selling, exporting around the world for their nuclear power plants. Makes you wonder. It's just a matter of time, folks. It's just a matter of time. That's about all I have for you today. Of course, if I missed anything, please leave a comment below or send me a personal message. Enjoy while you can, everybody. Thanks.